Good afternoon. My name is Kurt Lewis with Garden City Fire Rescue. Today I'm here to talk about our community risk reduction plan. Fire prevention and safety across the board to all citizens in Garden City. Over the last 5 years, we've noticed an increase of unattended cooking fires by about 35%. 11% of those homes and calls that we went to of those unattended cooking fires did not have a working smoke detector inside their home. Luckily, we've only had some injuries and burns. Some had to go to hospital, some serious were treated and released. Nothing serious and no fatalities. And this is something that Garden City Fire Rescue feels that we need to start working towards our fire prevention programs, so that when you come in, a fire company or someone comes out to talk to you, you're going to get the same information across the board that we're providing to our citizens. Garden City has a total square area of 14.3 square miles, of which 13.7 miles is land and 0.062 miles is water. As we were going through this plan, part of the community risk reduction program involves using data and gathering information about our community here in Garden City. So over the last 5 years, that's where we've been working towards, and we've noticed that the population decreased from 2000 to 2010 from 11,289 to 8,749. Data showing us, statistics and information showing us that our population here in Garden City is going to increase. We're going to see a projected increase in 2020 to 13,956. Population is expected to continue to grow here in Garden City, and to 2030 up to 14,958 people. So this is why it's important that we get this educational program off the ground and start now. Garden City has been around since 1951, and we were started out as all volunteer fire department, as y'all all know here. 2006, we became a career department, a combination department. In 2017, we became total full-time career, no longer having any volunteers. So we're changing our strategies. We're developing to meet the needs and safety of within our organization, and so we have to be able to do that. This is, as we talk about the population, our vulnerability that we found to be our vulnerable population is among our aging population, our seniors, and among our non-English speaking Hispanic populations in our communities, which those are the areas where we see these increased kitchen fires that I've been telling you about. So that's why this is important. Based on this assessment and incident and demographics, Garden City, we've come up with 3 priorities that the community risk reduction has been identified, and these are the potential risks that can ultimately be mitigated through various strategies, which we're going to address through a comprehensive community risk reduction plan through fire safety education, training our staff, to bringing our staff up there, having consistent plans and programs in place, like Remembering When, not only helping seniors with fire safety, but also with falls and trip hazards around their home. Those are some things that we're going to be implementing programs as we go into our plan. As we go through, let me tell you and you're probably sitting here asking, Kurt, what is a community risk reduction? It's a process where we identify and prioritize our risk that is followed by an integrated and strategic investment of resources, training, education, equipment, programs, manpower, that's going to reduce this occurring and the impact. Typically, it's used as a 6-step approach for development, which we did go through and use this approach as we were developing this community risk reduction plan. This is what I'm talking about as a 6-step reduction program. We have to identify risk. Who were at risk? What were the risks here that we were seeing? Unintentional cooking fires. We prioritize those. They're among our elderly, among our senior citizens who make up a majority of our communities, and our Hispanic speaking communities. Then we got to develop strategies and tactics and be able to mitigate the risk. We got to prepare our community risk reduction plan. We got to put something together. We got to put it together so we can have some information, some solid facts, and some statistics that we're able to put into this program. We also need to implement our plan in step 5. So we're getting in the process now of gearing up to start implementing that. But what's important is we got to be able to monitor this plan. We got to make sure that we're staying on track with this plan and that we're staying up with our current risk within our community. That's what's going to be so important for us as we move through. We've identified that problem, and it's become, and as we talked about, increasingly as cooking fires over the last 5 years. They've been confined to kitchens. Some have been just in the kitchen. Some have gone to other rooms of the house, and resulting in some serious major damage and total structure loss as a result of these unattended cooking fires. So that's where we want to be focusing on, and so we need to make sure that we get into the homes, and because most of our residents don't have one, a working smoke detector, or don't even have it within their homes. So we need to make sure that, and they don't have the ability to know what to do when that fire occurs. Fire extinguisher, use a fire extinguisher, put a lid on top of a pot stove, or a cooking pot on the stove, not throw flour or water or something on that, something of those natures. So we've got to get out and we've got to really make sure that we educate our citizens on that. What can this plan provide? This plan is going to provide a process which is necessary, that we were able to plan the target specific neighborhoods, and in these neighborhoods we're going to have educational material in both English and Spanish, and we're going to provide home safety visits where you can schedule them. We'll come in, no cost to you. We'll do a fire extinguisher. We can come in, we can put smoke detectors, no cost to you. Garden City's been partnering up with community with Red Cross smoke detector program, to where they'll provide, and we'll come install 2 smoke detectors within your home, provide a safety plan, and do that. We've signed an agreement with the American Red Cross. We've also teamed up with our community visitors board, CVB, that's going to allow us to help have some outlets for putting our materials out there. We're increasing our social media platform on Facebook currently. We're building a new website to where we can get that information out. We're going to have door hangers, materials where we're going to come out to target. We'll come out and do group talks like this regular, get into your community centers. You're going to see the fire department out there more where you haven't been seeing us on there. We're going to provide fire safety education in an area. This is what we told we've been struggling in. So we're going to up our game, so to speak. We're not going to have a one and done. We're not going to just come out during Fire Prevention Week and do it. We're going to be there every time. We're going to be in the communities every month, all year long, with different programs relating to what safety events you are. Garden City Fire Rescue is moving forward, tailoring fire safety programs to the needs of our community, educating the city with unified fire safety programs and prevention message that are following with national guidelines from the National Fire Professional Protection Association. The goal of Garden City is to have a unified community risk reduction program, engaging the community with better fire safety education plan programs that are being taught across the city by all of our stations to all of our citizens all year long on a unified prevention for education. Thank you for having me here today. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in the future.